Welcome to today's presentation where we'll be reviewing the owner and board portal pages with the new look known as Vantica Home. Right, when you first log in, you'll have your login page. Vantica Home will look to remember your login information so you can easily log in. But in the event you ever do forget your login, you can do forgot my password. Once you log in, it will start you off on your dashboard area. When you first go to the portal, it does have a little tutorial videos to show you around, but some of these pages do have a yellow house with them that you could take a little bit of a tour related to those pages. So the main thing with Vantica Home from the previous portal is it has a fresh look everywhere while retaining many of the existing features that were there previously. One of the most important features is it's far more mobile friendly. We know much of us live off of our phones today, and so the functionality of this portal is much improved on a mobile device or a tablet. We've also transitioned to the Vantica Pay platform. Many of our new clients have been on this platform, but we've now moved all clients over to Vantica Pay. The great benefit about Vantica Pay is these payments will post instantly to your account and won't take days to process and post. And now also Google and Apple Pay are available to you. But on this dashboard, the e-check credit card buttons, new request, far more easier to see than the previous portal. If you do have any amenity reservations, that will be there as well for you. The transition to Vantica Home is the initial building block that was needed for future enhancement opportunities that Vantica is looking at and developing currently, just to improve the overall homeowner and board committee experience. So we're excited to see what improvements they have in the future. This is the first start to that. If you have multiple properties with your homeowners, you can easily toggle at the top right with what those properties are, or if you have a master association with a sub-association, this is where you can toggle between the two associations and accounts. You can also easily navigate through either accounts on your general overview page there. Some of the tabs off to the left-hand menu do have just some new names to them, but a lot of the same features. Payments, for example, will take you to your account overview page. Here to give you a general recap over the last 30 days of what your account activity is. You can go and view all account history for all dates or a specific date range. If you need a statement or pull your account ledger, you can do so with the statement button. Again, if you have multiple accounts, it will show you a drop down to where you can choose from those accounts. You also have a help page in case you need some tutorials on any of these pages. We have several quick videos that you can watch as a homeowner to learn more about how you can navigate the page and utilize its features. We'll navigate back on over to the Payments tab. And you can make a one-time payment with a credit card or bank account. You can also enroll in auto draft to enter your bank account information and have your assessment withdrawn automatically. If the assessment amount changes from one year to the next, the auto draft will also auto adjust. So if you want to true set it and forget it, we do recommend that you utilize the auto draft feature. The enroll in auto draft button would typically be over here. It's hidden at this moment in time because you have to have a $0 balance to enroll in auto draft. So my test environment right now, I don't have the button, but if it was a $0 amount, there would be a button there for you. The request page, this is where you as a homeowner can submit anything from a general request to request an access device, general question, or if you live in a condominium or townhome and you notice something that may need a service request, you can initiate that under the general request tab. ARC requests is for your exterior modification requests for your homeowners. And again, if you utilize an amenity such as a clubhouse, tennis court, pavilion, you can initiate a reservation request. If you don't have a reservation request right now and you do have amenities that can be reserved and you're interested to learn more about that capability, please reach out to your property manager. The My Items tab located up top will show all of your activity that is open or has been closed within the last 30 days. Where you can navigate through and review anything that you may have. You can click into the action item and review its content. Calendar and events page. This is where you as a community can post upcoming board meetings, community social events, things of that nature. As a board member, if you have the ability to add content to your community calendar, in order to do that, you would click over to the month tab. And then if you double click into a date, you can begin to add your content and whether or not you want it to repeat, who can see it, if you want it only for yourselves and the board, or if you want your homeowners to see it, you can do that. The amenity calendar is where you would have activity for your clubhouse, tennis court, pavilion, and reservations for your homeowners. Directory, this is tied to what homeowners choose to have exposed on the profile page that we'll visit here momentarily. But you can search for any of your neighbors if you need to. By default, the name and address is exposed, but the contact information is hidden unless the homeowner elects to show their personal information on the portal. That would be done in your profile settings and the directory preferences, where you can toggle your settings on and off. Documents page, very similar to before. As a board member, you would see everything a homeowner can see in addition to board-only privileged folders, such as the board financials, bank statements, invoice images, things of that nature. Homeowners just would not have those folders exposed to them. We also now have a FAQ page that's a little bit more pronounced on the menu bar for those general questions for homeowners, what they may have, if they need to get a community disclosure form, if they're selling their property, or if they need a closing letter. This will give them some information on where they can go and provide that to their mortgage lender or real estate agent. So again, a lot of the same functionalities that were there with the prior portal, just a little bit easier to navigate and again, mobile friendly. So now we'll get back in and review our board actions page. This is where us as board members, committee members would see various pages based off of what role they serve. Here in the test environment, I am a board member. So I have access to all of these following pages here. Similar to the homeowner help page, we also have a board help page. Here we'll show some additional quick videos on how to navigate a few of these pages here on the board side. As new videos are released, we'll be sure to get those uploaded here for you. But we got 3 right now just to review the bank accounts page, viewing reports, and viewing the homeowner list, which we'll review some here momentarily. The board task page, this is a page that is anything that may be assigned to you as a board or committee member. I'm also acting as an architectural committee member, so here's where I could see those kinds of requests going on here. I do have 2 of them that are open at this time. Many of these pages can be customized to your preference. You can click any of the 3 dots under any of the columns to get a column chooser, and if you want to add additional details, you can. And then there's a gear icon off to the right that you can click and do save grid settings, which will save these settings for the next time that you log in. Sometimes if you add a lot more columns, you'll start to get a slide bar. And if you do that and you save your grid settings, if you just refresh your browser, it can help to remove the slide bar and consolidate those columns onto the screen that you have. Currently, we only have architectural requests that will funnel into the board task. So if you have only an architectural committee, they're not a board member, they would still have this page that they can go to in addition to the ARC's page. We are hopeful to have some more functionalities here for tasks that may be assigned to a board for review in the future. Some of the financial areas, in case you're fairly new to the board or have been on the board for a long time and haven't played around with these pages before. The bank accounts page is where you can see the bank register. This information is updated daily and in real time. So if you ever are curious about the activities in your operating account, you can click on the eyeball icon at the far right-hand side of that page. And here you can establish any date ranges you may want to go and see what's going on. And if you want to look up any specific vendor, whatever it may be, you can look them up. If there's a invoice connected to the expense, you would have an ability to click on a paperclip icon to review the invoice image, check, those sorts of things from here. This is a very handy tool if you're one that likes to look at the expenses over a period of time. You also have an ability to export the items that you have showing on this page with the export button. If you have any CDs or any bank accounts that are not with our home bank, Alliance Association Bank, those would be updated on a monthly basis or upon receipt of those bank statements from that financial institution. But your operating account, money market account with Alliance Bank does update daily. The collections page, this page will show all accounts that are currently with a legal status or a collection agency status. It does not show our normal collection process, late letters, things of that nature. Again, here the page is customizable. If you want to sort it ascending or descending, top dollar down, you can. You can also add those additional columns of your choosing, last payment, payment amount potentially. And again, you can save those grid settings for the next time you visit this page. So again, our system does automate late letters based off of your assessment late dates. We usually target having those late notices go out 5 days after a late date with your association. Invoices page. So this will show all open invoices that are pending. And the close, you can review any past invoices that have been paid or voided. Again, lots of search capabilities through the various columns. Or if you need to pull up an invoice image, you can do so using the paperclip off to the right. Your reports page. So this page, as a board member, you have many reports that you can pull that are in real time. Some of these reports are interactive. So for example, the income statement with codes is the income expense statement that we have with our monthly financial reports. It will default to the last completed month, which in this case is April the 30th. You can cycle it if you do wish. But these pages are interactive. Some of them are. So if you were curious to see what any expense was in a certain period of time, you can click into it to see that activity in that GL. And then when you want to go back, you just click the back arrow at the top left of the window. If you want to go to a different date, you have a preview button at the bottom to refresh the report. Then see additional activity. So again, we kind of already went over the documents page. Here's house, those financial reports, those invoice images. So if you have a monthly financial report and you're looking over your cash disbursements and you're curious about an expense that you saw there, you could navigate over to the invoice images and look at the folder for that month. And we'll head over and check out the homeowners page. So this page has the most columns to choose from to add and review anything that you may think for your homeowner. Again, you can export this information here as well. If you're looking for any homeowner specifically, you can start to just type their name or a portion of their address, account number, whatever it may be, to explore their activity or their account. Just click on their account number. It will start you on the items. So here it'll show you action items that may be open for collections, work orders, architectural requests, violations, things of that nature. If something was closed, you can do the include close to see historical information there. Click into an action item if you're curious to see what's going on about it. And if you want to look at their transaction history, you go to the transactions tab to see their account ledger. ARC page. This is where you can review if you act as the architectural committee or architectural chair, where you can go and review those modification requests that are open. If you're just a board member and you're not on the architectural committee, you would not have anything in your My Items page because it's not assigned to the board, it's assigned to the architectural committee. But if you're curious as to see where your committee stood with open requests, you could navigate to the open tab, and there you can see any existing modification requests that are open with them or potentially just submitted to us for that initial review. And the close tab will have all the historical archived requests for your association. Requests with a red dot indicate that a date has passed, either a due date or a follow-up date. And so this is another page that you can customize and save. So if you want to organize the follow-up date by ascending order, you can do so to see which one is the oldest. And you see this one's from November in our test environment, so that's why that has a red dot. Same with the more recent one. And again, navigating into the work order page, this is where you can see all open work orders for your association, close archival work orders. Again, you have columns that you can add. If you're curious on what the service provider was, you can add that column, save those grid settings. And if you need the page to kind of fit this to your screen, once you've saved the grid settings, refresh that web page to have those columns fit across your screen. If you want to see the details of any work order, click on the eyeball icon. It'll give you the information. If any attachments exist, keep an eye out for any paper clips. If there's multiple attachments, you can pull from the drop down or click next or previous to review those. Also within action items, if you ever see emails, these will show you the emails that were sent either to the homeowner, service provider, board via message, those sorts of things. You can also send messages on an action item. If you wanted to ask your manager anything about this specific work order, you can send a message straight from that action item. Lastly, we'll visit the violations page. So again, similar to the other pages, lots of columns to choose from, sort it however you wish. If you're curious about a violation you know about a specific homeowner, you can do that. Click that paperclip icon. See a copy of the violation letter that was sent. And if a picture was taken, review the picture. See more content, click that eyeball. And again, if you had any questions you wanted to ask your manager about that, you can do that on the violation action item. When you send these types of messages to your manager, the homeowner does not see that. And lastly, just a more simpler My Profile section that we kind of looked at earlier. You want to go in and update your communication preferences. If you want to opt into electronic communications for general communications, you know, those annual meeting notices, budget mailings. If you opt into email, we'll try to utilize that. That can help save costs in your association if your homeowners enroll in that. If homeowners or yourselves want to get e-statements for any annual billing or your assessment billing, you can opt into the email billing communication preference. Click update. Agree that you're opting into electronic communications and click submit. If you need to update any login information, you can visit your My Login tab. If you need to change your email or password, you can do that from here. And so with that, that's a general overview of the new pages. Pretty similar to what the prior portal was before, just hopefully a little bit more simplified for all users to navigate through these various pages, obtain the content that they need, or have an ability to submit those general questions. Thanks for watching.